Welcome back. I'm making this video because Palantir just made a huge announcement that totally went under the radar, and even I was confused by it, so I'm going to break it down for you now. This morning, Palantir said, "We show, others tell, introducing AIP Now. Get AI into operations today, aip.palantir.com." So I want to get started by showing you CTO Shyam Sankar's post announcing this. Accelerate your enterprise with AIP Now. Battle-hardened solutions, workflows, apps, and beyond across industries and functions. Only a click away. So we're going to be getting into the website in a moment. I just want to show you a few other posts from Palantir employees.
The U.S. market is just hungry for innovation. It's hungry for things. It's now beginning. Beginning to understand it needs, like an ability to map an LLM onto your enterprise securely, ability to enhance the output of a large language model, and what's the output? Better margins, better safety. You can change your enterprise in weeks.
We have an AI strategist at Palantir saying, excited to share real workflows that are being relied on by our customers. Software should be fast, it should be exciting. This can now be your experience too. Once again, linking to aip.palantir.com. And a tech lead in the UK saying this is exactly what they co-built in the 800 plus boot camps in minutes. This is AIP Now, our next frontier, and now it is shared on their website for everyone to see. So of course I wanted to make sure with a Palantir employee if all of this is new products or just sick marketing, because I think it really is. We're going to get into that in a moment. But Chad said all of it is product, it's all new. We are not great at marketing, which I tend to disagree with. I think Palantir has gotten so much better at it. More to come soon, but this has been a long time effort of both infrastructure and solution-specific products. Buckle up. You may have noticed my subtle hints over the last few weeks about now. How can you add value now? Of course, leading to this new product launch.
Large language models have certain attributes, like they can give you reasoning, but you can't import that reasoning into your enterprise. What AIP does is allow you to take the benefits of the large language model, enhance them with algorithms that we help you build, and roll it securely across your whole enterprise. And what does that mean? It means you get all the benefits of a large language model in your enterprise today. Not in 5 years, not something that writes poetry. We're not offering people poetry writing in their enterprise. We're offering things that are so powerful.
Friend of the channel and recent guest Arnie Trezzi saying AIP is crazy, a quote from a Palantir customer with the following feedback. I get the feeling it's not possible for the amount of time and effort it would have taken. It would have been a non-starter to develop these apps without Foundry. And before touching and using Foundry to understand, I would never have even imagined I could or should build these apps. Using the system is actually addictive. It makes me want to build and click more. The way it's been made is fun and creative and enjoyable to stay in. It's not feeling like you are working, to be honest. It's crazy to think, but it's fun because you know how much benefit you are getting from building. It's also very satisfying when you have scheduled builds for your data pipeline, waking up every morning or every certain time period that your datasets are all up to date. And while I'm building, if I have a question or issue, I just ask AIP and it tells me the answer. It's crazy. Also, what's cool is to engage with colleagues. They'll tell me, oh, an app for this task I do would help. So then I set aside a few hours and build it with them. So they learn to see what goes into it. Then they own it and appreciate it more. And the use cases get stronger because the user is involved in the build. Arnie once again sharing AIP has a new dedicated page with 200 key use cases for different functions and verticals: aerospace, auto, real estate, energy, finance, government, healthcare, insurance, logistics, manufacturing, media, professional services, retail and utilities, and chemicals. Take the whole market. So here we are on that landing page, AIP Now. We show, they tell, explore. So here are all of those use cases, all of those industries, and we can click one and just get started.
It's like one of these things, like when you go to a bar, you know everyone wants to meet you. Do you have a pricing strategy when you go to the bar? No, you're like, oh, I'm cool. I know we have the best product on the market. I know customers will pay us fairly. I know that it's much more valuable than anyone will understand until they install it. And we will sort out. To make it like slightly academic, I believe in Pareto optimization. we are going to create a lot of value, and we're going to get some portion of that value. And customers are smart; they'll pay you some portion of the value. Why should I? Just as an axiomatic thing, if you have a software product, you always want to get paid after you deliver value. If you've got a PowerPoint, something that doesn't work, something that's not valuable, you want to get paid before you create value. We know it's valuable. We know it's much more valuable than people understand. We know we're going to continue to augment that value, and we're going to get paid along the way.
Let's take a look at financial services and banking, for instance, and let me zoom in so you can see a bit more. Let's say, for instance, we are managing a portfolio, AIP for portfolio risk trends and management. That looks interesting. Let's click into this and learn some more. AIP enhances portfolio management by helping users investigate rate and exposure trends and apply these insights to existing risk portfolios for underwriters and asset managers. And here we get a screen grab of the environment for AIP. It's a beautiful interface. Key features include granular portfolio management to analyze performance at every level of the portfolio and against capital allocation to identify risks and policy volume, and macro portfolio management. AIP allows users to enhance the ontology with several public data sources, for example, trend information from news articles, industry reports, and internal meeting notes. This enables portfolio managers to contextualize macro events and trigger portfolio actions. So this is just one of hundreds of AIP Now use cases that Palantir has now made available. I really do love the interface that they built here on the website, just the user-facing aip.palantir.com. Anyone is able to click through these and learn more about how the AIP app is essentially working, which I think is a total benefit to someone that doesn't know what AIP does, or like me, that's never been in an AIP bootcamp, and I'm able to learn more about the product. So with that said, I hope this was a helpful update. Let me know what you think about Palantir's new products.
But we've already invested billions in building these things in various components over the last 20 years, and we have the IP, and we're basically sewing it together and adding things on top of it. And so we know we have the IP. We're certain of the value. Why would we? So again, I come to you. I'm like, hey, I'm certain this is very valuable. Pay me $10 million. What are you going to say?
Well, I don't have $10 million. Okay, if I were a customer.
Well, okay. Give me your British charm.
Well, in this,
for your British charm.
My British charm, if I were a customer, would say this is a really hard environment. If I think about cloud,
exactly,
customers are looking for value, but the lowest price.
So now, if you believe you have the best product in the world, what are you going to say? Okay, great. Let's not even have that discussion. I'll create the value. You tell me how much value will create. By the way, if you don't want to pay me, then I'll go to someone else who will. You can have different margins than the person who will pay me. You can have a different safety profile than the people. You can have a different ability to control your whole business from your laptop than someone else, because the person who valued it paid me. And you don't want to pay me? Great. We're a profitable software company. We have the best products in the market, and that's why they're profitable, and we will win.